And moving to environmental issues, at this time in River State, where at least 112 illegal refineries have been discovered in Ikwere local government area. The chairman of the council, Samuel Nwanosike, told Channels Television that 99% of the discoveries were made in a particular community located along the OML 17 trunk lines. The discovery comes on the heels of the recent efforts by the state government to bring an end to the economic sabotage brought about by the illegal refineries, as well as the health implications resulting from SERT pollution. Governor Nyesom Wike had promised 460 million naira to the 23 local government area chairmen to fight oil bunkering, which has been attributed to the cause of the SERT. And joining us from Dakar, Senegal, is the Director, Health of Mother Earth Foundation, HOMEF, Nimo Bassi. Thank you for joining us on News Across Nigeria. Okay, so let us start from what's ongoing currently in River State. What's your reaction to the renewed vigor of the state government to end activities of illegal cottage refineries?
Well, I must commend the government of River State for taking up this task, because it was getting really embarrassing that with all the armed forces, the joint task force in operation in River State, illegal or bush refineries have been going on without any check and without any serious effort to show that anybody was against it. And what has come out from the governor's focus on this has been extremely embarrassing also. Seeing people who ought to be challenging or protecting the environment, protecting the people, have been implicated in the degradation of the environment and in the engagement in this illegal activity. So I think this is a good move. I must also say at this point that it's in a larger picture, it can be said to be a big public relations coup for oil companies who ought to have equipment to monitor their pipeline, but have left their equipment exposed so as to point fingers at these victims who have now become part of the polluting crew.
Let's talk about the health implication, particularly caused by the SERT pollution, which has been long-term. What are your thoughts on this?
Now, the source, as we all know, are some common particulates that result from inefficient combustion, inefficient burning of hydrocarbon. And so when you have this kind of situation, the health implications are very many. It's almost like a concentrated impact of gas flaring on a community of people. It affects people, it affects the environment, it affects everything, because you have elements like benzene in the combustion, you have in the soot, you have elements of nitrogen and sulfur oxides, and so the environment is directly impacted by the oil spill, because these are very crude activities. The operators of the illegal refineries don't just do anything whatsoever to protect themselves or to protect the environment. They're pumping crude oil into the creeks, into the forests, into the swamps, and these have very broad impact on the aquatic ecosystem, on the forest ecosystem, on the mangrove ecosystem, and as well as on human beings. So we're having very, very multiple and complicated results of this, and therefore directly impacting human health, causing cancers, breathing difficulties, skin diseases, leading to preterm births and low weight births. Everything that every health impact that can come from the oil industry is found in this criminal activity that we see in the illegal refining processes.
Now, let's look at regulation with respect to the SERT in River State, also identified in some other states. In 2017, the SERT was also identified to also be emanating from the Port Harcourt refinery as well. So what is the work of the regulatory agency in this regard, federal government regulatory agency, to check the pollution emanating from activities of both duly registered oil companies and the illegal cottage refineries?
The problem with regulation in the oil sector in Nigeria can be traced to the fact that both the regulator and the operators are in joint venture business. So the Nigerian government is working hand in hand with the oil companies, and this has made it difficult to really regulate the sector, and it's something that needs to be addressed. Over the years, we've heard about, of course, gas flaring contributes to the soot, burning of tires, automobile tires, burning of asphalt, and other factors. This is why, even though we are focusing today on Rivers State, we're having soot found in Uyo in Akwa Ibom State, in Yenagoa in Bayelsa State. We've had soot in Ekpa, Warri in Delta State. And so the refineries are critical contributors to this problem. And communities where there's no illegal refining or bunkering also suffer from impact, because the atmosphere does not, the movement of particulates in the atmosphere doesn't respect local government or state boundaries. And so the federal government regulatory agencies have failed woefully, because they've not been holding the oil companies, including the NNPC and the refineries, to account for the pollution they've been causing. If you look at the Ogoni cleanup, Ogoni assessment report by UNEP, in the communities where we always say they found refined product floating in underground water and having benzene up to 900 levels above World Health Organization standard, those refined products are coming from the refinery. But we hardly point fingers to that, and it's a clear failure of regulatory system in this regard.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abbas. We hope the conversation, the narrative changes, as a result of such points. Thank you for your time on News Across Nigeria.
Thank you, and keep up the good work.